Easy Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with gap. Yes.
Yo, such one for bad enough reaction to today's video. We got LR with the straight drop on Pac-Man TV. Shout out my boy AS Heat. I believe he said he produced the beat for this one. So without any further ado, let's get into this one. Bare tanks.
Make bear man run with the wind, don't beat him in the thing, but it does when they run with the ching, rephrase, make countless run with the wind, but
this beat is disgusting. I don't know if AS Heat produced it because I didn't hear his tag, or maybe I don't recognize it. But fam, and the camera is like 4K, 120 like 120 frames per second. Like what?
Make bear man run with the wind, don't beat him in the thing, but it does when they run with the ching, rephrase, make countless run with the wind, but it don't mean a finger to the ground of my ching. Don't tell me take it easy. Fuck that, you better take this in. I'm EBK with a verb and I CBA, but it brings to the devil with fin. DBH, I didn't want to live this way, they revolt me, now I got sin. IDK, why they typing this? Who's that pushed in my blade and then left with his DNA, now I got a bird this fit. Man rap so bad on tracks, you won't even believe that this prick got dick. From young I've been psychotic, up block toll, wait, who's that stopping affiliation? So he still got dropping. Bro said he wants to control this one, do you know I'm gassed? I'll do the honours.
It's the way he emphasizes like the word as the bass hits, like it's so cold, fam.
Hey, now gotta be honest, how you make tracks when you got friends rotting? Bang star, real life among us, we're all here to the bag is shot him. I could've got black.
Real life among us, what?
Been in a coffin, Pain just spoke to my bro doing life in jail, said he feels forgotten. This peak could've been me, told bro, you think he needs, I got him. Streets are fake, better man, you rock it. Remember back then it was up block mosh pits. Now I'm chasing, I'm riding solo, stick no pogo.
Up block mosh pits? Eh?
Go pop this, say that's your bro, where does your bro go? Say that's his best friend lost him. Fat you dash, he was running in slow-mo, scream, don't get him, wait, get him, bro, got him.
Fat you dash, he was running in slow-mo. I don't wanna laugh, I don't wanna laugh.
Days I'm really trying to X-Men back then, say on who I'll jack man. Bro, go say that's his best friend lost him. Fat you dash, he was running in slow-mo, scream, don't get him, wait, get him, bro, got him. Nowadays I'm really trying to X-Men back then, say on who I'll jack man. Didn't know Batman, I was out robbing, started off robbing to get me.
I'm trying to X-Men, then I heard him say Hugh Jackman. Obviously Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine in the X-Men hard.
That's his best friend lost him. Fat you dash, he was running in slow-mo, scream, don't get him, wait, get him, bro, got him. Nowadays I'm really trying to X-Men back then, say on who I'll jack man. Didn't know Batman.
Say it on who? Oh, Jackman, yeah, that's Hugh Jackman.
I was out robbing, started off robbing to
Batman and Robin,
Profit, he tried get away, but he got dragged back, push it and drag that, put him in a coffin. Feel it, fuck out coughing. Pray I don't poke your face on a rack, and that's no sneaking and no chance of me stopping. Bro, I can drag me back, I can't lie. If he didn't do that, I definitely would've dropped him. Bear man run with the wind, don't really.
I don't know how he fit all those syllables in, but I'ma let him cook.
It does when they run with their ching, rephrase, make countless run with the wind, but it don't mean a finger to the plan of my ching. Don't tell me take it easy, fuck that, you better take this in. I'm EBK with a verb and I CBA, but it brings to the devil with fin. TBH, I didn't want to live this way, they revolt me, now I got sin. IDK, why they typing this? Who's that pushed in my blade and then left with his DNA, now I got a bird this fit. Man rap so bad on tracks, you won't even believe that this prick got dick.
The sound effects were nuts. That was solid, man. I can't lie. LR doesn't miss. He doesn't miss, man. I don't know if that's the first of this series, but off to a very good start if it is. Yeah, initial thoughts on that one there. Like I said, very, very solid start to the series if it is one. AST, I'm not too sure if you did produce that. I mean, if you told me you did, then you did. But I didn't recognize your tag. But if so, fam, that beat was nuts. I can't lie. Like, you know, like there's some beats where I've said it so many times where it feels like the artist isn't really allowed to create much of their own song out of the beat because the beat is just so brazy. Like sometimes the beat kind of is the song. And it's very overpowering, but that was like the absolute limit of like just before it begins to overpower the artist. Like there were a lot of elements to that. There was the sample running in the background, the bass was quite prevalent throughout, and the bass was hitting hard, fam. So I felt like that was like the very limit of before you go over the edge of I can't lie, this beat, there's a bit too much going on, but felt like it reached a perfect balance. It literally just before you reach that limit, which is why it was just so like overwhelming. I had to rewind so soon because I've clocked like how beats work by this point. Like, unless the beat changes pitch quite late in, like Why Pre by Millions, that's a good example of a tune where you kind of think you know what the beat is and then it switches last minute. Otherwise, 9 times out of 10, within the first 10 seconds, that's what the beat's going to be throughout the song, besides the bass and the 808s being changed in a different order. But anyway, let's talk about what LR did. That was cold, like I said, very, very cold. Flows are always there, bars are always there. The Hugh Jackman bar was cold, immediately followed by the Batman and Robin line. So yeah, man, like I said, this guy very rarely doesn't impress me. When he was back on Zone 2 songs, very common theme of him having one of, if not the best verse of the song. So now he's changed into more of a solo artist. I'm not at all surprised that the songs he's making, as opposed to just verses he had on songs, but entire songs, so him having the only verses and then having a hook, I'm not at all surprised that he's been able to make that transition very smoothly, man. He's a very great rapper, and I'm happy to see him doing well. What I rate this song out of 10? I rate that one a solid 8.5 out of 10. Can't lie, not disappointing at all. He's just very cold rapper. I remember he dropped another song earlier this year, and I was very surprised. Not surprised, very impressed. That's what I was looking for. Very impressed by it. He's just a very solid, consistent rapper. I have to give that to him. Doesn't really ever miss. I can't lie, he doesn't really ever miss. So yeah, man, for now, I've been Str8. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.